Hey, what's up, guys? It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to. It's time for Icon City News Update.
Yo, I do this for real reasons. I do this for real reasons. Stay low, no treason. Yeah, I stay loyal to the dream. Real niggas know just what I mean. If you ain't talking that, you just a king. I ain't trying to be mean, but if you ain't on the level, then delete me. Oh, yo, I do this for real reasons.
Yo, what's up, everyone? It's your boy Anye Elite, and welcome to Icon City News for Tuesday, May 3rd, 2022. So we're gonna go ahead and hop right into it. You've probably heard about it because mainstream media is doing a great job of wall-to-wall coverage. You may remember that there's still a war in Ukraine, and we'll touch on that a little bit, but they got that covered as well. But let's start with the main story rocking social media, print and cable news. It is the fact that a leaked document showing that the Supreme Court is poised to overturn their decisions in Roe versus Wade and the Casey case, two Supreme Court cases that have set the precedent and have provided the bedrock of protection for a woman's right to choose when it comes to, you know, her reproduction or choice not to have a baby, or abortion as it's simply called. So like I said, the outlets out there are doing an awesome job of covering everything, so we're not going to do a super deep dive. I want you guys to listen to the president's remarks, and then I just want to offer a few personal thoughts about allyship.
It concerns me a great deal that we're going to, after 50 years, decide a woman does not have a right to choose within the limits of the Supreme Court decision in Casey, number one. But even more, equally as profound is the rationale used. And it would mean that every other decision relating to the notion of privacy is thrown into question. I realize this goes back a long way, but one of the debates I had with Robert Bork was whether Griswold versus Connecticut should stand as law. The state of Connecticut said that the privacy of your bedroom, a husband and wife or a couple could not choose to use contraception. To use the contraception was a violation of the law. If the rationale of the decision as released were to be sustained, a whole range of rights are in question. A whole range of rights. And the idea we're letting the states make those decisions, localities make those decisions, would be a fundamental shift in what we've done. So it goes far beyond, in my view, if it becomes a law and if what is written is what remains. It goes far beyond the concern of whether or not there is the right to choose. It goes to other basic rights, the right to marry, the right to determine a whole range of things. Because one of the issues that this court, many of the members of the court, a number of the members of the court, have not acknowledged is that there is a right to privacy in our Constitution. I strongly believe there is. I think the decision in Griswold was correct overruling it. I think the decision in Roe was correct because there's a right to privacy. There can be limitations on it, but it cannot be denied.
Okay, so first things first, the local marches for against this, I want to participate. I do wonder how effective it's going to be because, you know, the Supreme Court, they serve lifetime appointments, and so they're not as susceptible to you know, public opinion and pressure as other branches of office. So I don't know if, you know, protesting, you know, a la, you know, Black Lives Matter, will, you know, will produce results, even though I do understand that some people are probably still trying to understand exactly what results were achieved during the Black Lives Matter demonstration. And so I do think, though, that it is, if there's an opportunity for me to stand in solidarity with pro-choice people, pro-choice women, then I look forward to doing it because, you know, this is a slippery slope. You start with this, you know, this attack on abortion, but there's so many laws, gay marriage, interracial dating, integration, segregation, Jim Crow, so many laws that you know, if this is the way that this court is going to continue, that we need to be concerned about. So I think it's important that we all lock arms and stand together in the face of oppression. And I was having this conversation earlier, and you know, I understand that the Obama coalition, or you know, so it was called at the time, has fractured in a lot of ways, and you know, sometimes you know, liberal there's a perception in the black community that liberal whites aren't showing up in quite the right ways. I think there's the same perception in the LGBT community that, you know, African Americans aren't showing up for them in a specific way, and it's all going around, and I think that is contributing to this opportunity. You know, that they smell the blood in the water and they're seizing the opportunity. So I just say that was my little bit on allyship, lock arms, you know, and let's you know, fight for equality everywhere that we can, because I know you guys know the poems. First they came for this person, then they came for that person, and then, you know, they came for me because there was nobody left. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. So we support a woman's right to choose here at Icon City News. Now here's the choice that I can't really quite get behind. Have you guys heard about this? So a correctional officer has helped an inmate escape. So Vicky White, this is Vicky White. She is a correctional officer, actually a supervisor, okay? And so she was going to take, she, on her, mind you, I don't want to bury the lead too much, but I just want you to know, this was her last day of work. She was planning on retiring. On her last day of work and retiring, she selects to take an inmate to a court hearing and a doctor's appointment. Now, I don't know. I thought the doctor's places was on site with the jail or whatever, but I guess I'm wrong. So anyway, she took him and never came back, okay? Now, there's a couple theories about the case. When it first happened, for the first couple of days, maybe first 24, 48 hours, they were like, no, we don't think she was in on it. You know, she's a wonderful woman, this Vicky lady. You know, she's a wonderful woman. We love her. She's nice. And, you know, but it turns out they didn't found her car about like 8 minutes, you know, 8 minutes from when she took off. They found her car abandoned, and you know, without any signs of, you know, foul play. In addition to that, the lady, the officer, she went ahead and sold her house, right? She did close on her house. So like, I don't know if she like got the money in cash and like she out on the lam, but you know, well, I did say we support a woman's right to choose, right? Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and support her right to do that as well. You know, you can't help who you love. You know, they had the same last name, you know, and the man was 6'8". Casey White, he's 6 foot 8 inches tall, you know, and some people just have a thing for the tallness and the last names, you know, she might have felt like it was kismet. I just think it's interesting, and I hope it's juicier than just even. I hope it's even more juicier. Like, I look forward to the Hulu, Lifetime, Netflix special. Okay, moving right along. So Wendy Williams. So the last time that I chatted with you guys, it was about Sherri Shepherd getting her new show, and which is Wendy Williams' old show. Well, you know, Wendy hasn't really said anything negative about Sherri or about the show, but she is out and about saying that she is getting ready to return to television relatively soon. She was at the Met Gala with Jason Lee, I believe his name is. She's looking great, looking wonderful, and you know, I believe her. I don't know if necessarily she's going to get the same deal with I think the company is Debmar Mercury, something like that. You know, I think they're going to definitely continue with Sherri Shepherd's deal or whatever. But I mean, I think a lot of people would be happy to have Wendy on cast or as part of their talent pool in some capacity. So I definitely expect to see her very soon. Okay, so I want to give a special shout out to Palm Springs. So come back after this break and we'll do that.
Hey y'all, it's me, Samson McCormick.
This is your boy Cornell Cecil.
I want you to keep it locked
with Icon City Entertainment,
The Funny Money Rock, and Icon City News,
the Icon City Entertainment,
for the latest inclusive urban entertainment.
For the most inclusive urban entertainment.
All right. So this is the Icon City News Palm Springs local update, right? Okay, so here we go. All right, so it's been a while. They keep me busy out here. Last weekend was the Latino Oasis. They just came back after about like a 2 or 3 year hiatus. My homie Samson was there. Shout out to Samson. It was a great time. A lot of people were like, oh my God, Anya, I can't believe you went. Rob came with me. But you know, like, it really wasn't as wild as people say it was. Like, yeah, there was a little bit of, like, you know, there was some dangling or whatnot, but I mean, like, it wasn't like crazy. Like, people weren't like, I mean, I don't know, it wasn't wild like people had described it, which I'm not saying that's a good or a bad thing. I'm just saying it wasn't, and I enjoyed myself. I had a nice time. Shout out to Jamari from HBO's Legendary. He was up also in the building. So that was last weekend. Now tomorrow we got this thing called Hall of Flowers coming to town. Hall of Flowers is a big industry event for the cannabis industry. Head on over to the smokeandsound.com content blog to check out some content from that later on in the week, as well as my first visit to a cannabis grow facility. It was very cool. We got all up in there in the nitty-gritty. I was wearing scrubs. It was a movie. Okay, so, and I'm like happy about that because I actually missed 420 this year because I was producing a show for Brothers of the Desert, the Spring Affair at Margaritaville. Shout out to my talent clients Dion and Rome. They brought it down. And shout out to the Desert Sun, who used us as the cover story for the image, me and Rob and I, in our, I guess, now to be signature dip. All right, so that was the Icon City update. You know, easy breezy, beautiful for the latest in inclusive urban entertainment. Keep it locked to iconcitynews.com.